Hi guys, Emma from Yellow Brick Roads here, helping you build your confidence whilst I am building my own. I hope you're all having a lovely day. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Devon today. I've just taken a seat in the farmer's field to do this live for you today. So today I want to talk about fixed versus growth mindset. Hi Amy. So I did a bit of research on this just recently, and this is what I've come up with. So studies have shown that people with growth mentality, so that adopt or that have a growth mindset, are more successful in every aspect of their lives and live with lower stress levels. This has been proven time and time and time again. And I definitely have a belief, and this is only, I would say, a belief that I've probably adopted over the last 3 or 4 years, if that, maybe 2 or 3 years, that your fate is not fixed. So something I think I struggled with when I was at school or when I was younger. So I came from, my parents divorced when I was young. I was only 5 when I think I was 5, might have been a bit younger when my parents split up. And I lived with my dad at home, but at school I used to love sports. Everything about sports I absolutely loved. I'd do it before school, lunchtime, after school. I absolutely loved it, and I felt I was good at it. But when it comes to sort of academics, so my grades in all other subjects, I was average. I did okay, but I wouldn't say I was particularly good. So I definitely adopted, when I was at school, a fixed mindset in the sense that I didn't think I was very academic. And I told myself that time and time and time again. Yeah, I'm good at sports, but I'm not very academic. And I've got a lot of friends that did exactly the same thing. So I left school, went to do A-levels, did a year, struggled with it because I found it hard. So I was telling myself that I was no good at academics. And I went to work up in London because I had that belief that if I wanted to earn some money and I wanted to be successful, that was the place that I had to go. So when I look back, my mindset was really fixed, and I think that stayed with me for a really, really long time until I started to change my mindset and the way I think. So I'm just going to read over my notes. I put here, just so that you know what I'm talking about, what is a growth and what is a fixed mindset. So a growth mindset, someone that's got a growth mindset, your learning and intelligence can grow. This is what you believe. You believe that your learning and intelligence can grow with time and experience and with practice. Someone that's got a fixed mindset, you believe that your basic abilities, are fixed and they can't be changed. So you've probably heard it in the past where some people just turn around and say, oh, they're just really intelligent, they've always been really clever. Or sports people, oh yeah, they were born with a particular, I don't know, they were born Tiger Woods, hitting the ball for miles as a child. Yes, some people have a certain ability, but also it takes practice. It takes a lot of practice and it takes a lot of effort. And if those people did have a fixed mindset, they wouldn't be successful because they wouldn't have tried any harder. So if you have got a fixed mindset and you believe that you're only in that place because of your past experiences or because of your upbringing, or there's no hope for you, I don't know, if you drink too much, you're an alcoholic, and you believe that I'm an alcoholic because my mum was an alcoholic or my dad was an alcoholic or whatever, that is a fixed mindset. We want to get rid of the fixed mindsets and we want to develop a growth mindset. And the good news is, if you have got a fixed mindset, you can change it to a growth mindset. So here we go. The good news is that you can change. How do we develop the growth mindset? So I've just listed 5 different things that we can do to build a growth mindset. The first one is effort. Now, I know for me, in the business that I'm in now, I put in a lot of effort. I put in a hell of a lot of effort. I'm loving what I'm doing, but it's effort, and it takes a time, and it's being consistent, and it's showing up every day, even when there's days I don't feel like it. I've been suffering a bit with a chest infection recently, so I've not been feeling 100%, but it is putting in the effort. And I've put, when you focus on the effort and the process rather than the end result and the final outcome. We sometimes win, we sometimes lose, but the beauty is, if you're focusing on the effort, you're learning all the time, and you learn along the way, and then the effort that you put in over time, you will see the results. So I spoke about this before. Sometimes when you decide you want to get somewhere or you want to be somewhere, if it's only the end result that you can see, when you don't achieve the end result, your self-esteem and your confidence drops, and you're like, I can't do this, I'm not able for it, and you start talking to yourself in that way. Even if you don't voice it, you're thinking it, and you're telling yourself in your head, I can't do this, I can't do this, I'm no good at this, you know, everyone else is better at this than me. You're never going to get there. That's a fixed mindset. You need to get rid of that, because you can do it. It's just going to take time and practice. So it's all about the effort, focusing on the effort and the process. The second tip I put on here is try a different approach. So if you try something and it doesn't work, ask yourself, what can you do differently next time round to get a better result? Rather than just saying, oh, I'm going to try harder next time. I've put, think about what else you could do to reach your goal. Now, this is something that I do say to the girls, to my children. If they come back and, you know, they feel they haven't been a success at something, I won't necessarily say to them, oh, just try harder next time. I'll actually ask them the question, well, what do you think you could have done, or what do you think you could do next time round to get what it is that you want? And it gets them thinking in a growth mindset. It gets them thinking, oh, actually, maybe I could have done this, or maybe I should try doing that. So they're actually pushing themselves to do the next thing, to take that next step. So I've put, it helps them to take action rather than just hoping that they're going to get a better result next time. Because as we know, we can say that we want something, and we can consistently say that we want it, but unless we do something about it, we're not going to get it. So that's a really good tip, and like I say, I use that with the girls, and it works, and it gets them thinking as well. Keep learning. Now, this probably seems like really common, but a growth mindset focuses on learning, developing, and improving. And I've put, it's not about getting one up on someone else or doing something to boost your ego. You've got to keep learning. Now, for me, like, I wouldn't have come on here, or when I first started doing live videos on here, I'd absolutely crap it, if I'm honest. I'd be like, oh God, I can't do that, and all that kind of stuff. But it's like anything, the more you do something, the more comfortable it becomes, and the more it just becomes part of what you do. It just becomes part of your routine. So don't ever stop learning. I listen to so many Audible books now, and it's changed my life so much, because it's just made me think so differently to how I used to think before. Be persistent. People with a growth mindset will persist for longer, and this is evident in successful athletes. That's like I say, yeah, some people may be born with the ability to do something better than someone else, because maybe their body shape, like if they're a swimmer and they've got long limbs and they're really tall, yeah, maybe they've got an advantage, but they still have to practice, and they still have to be persistent, and they still have to get up and work out every single day to get to where it is they want to go. And then the last one is choose difficult tasks. So don't play it safe just to boost your own self-esteem. Sometimes that we take the easy route out because we know that we can do it. So we go, oh, we're going to take the easy option because we know we're going to succeed at that, and that's going to make us feel okay. We're not going to feel like a failure. But you don't want to be taking the easy route. I've put here, challenge yourself. Failure is inevitable, and we always fail before we succeed. The failing is where you learn and you grow and you get better. And also, by failing, I think, especially how I look at it now, I never look at it as a fail. I just look at it, okay, that's another way of me not getting the result I want. That hasn't worked, which is great because it's one tick off the box. I'm not going to try that again because that didn't get me to where I wanted to go. So let's try something different. And it's a case of just trying something different each time. I've put here, and you have learned another way of how to get on. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. And keep on keeping on. Don't ever stop. As soon as you stop, then you have failed because you've given up on whatever it is that you want. So you have to keep on keeping on. So that's it. That's a little bit about fixed versus growth mindsets. And if you have got a fixed mindset, you can change it. Get rid of the ego and just focus, decide what it is that you want, and have a growth mindset. So that's it from me, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel if it's added any value at all. And if you watch on replay, please do hashtag replay so I can see who's seen it. Have a super, super day. And I will catch up with you soon. Take care, everybody. See you later.